I have been a Call of Duty fan for most of my life, and for the past 7 years, this has not been the Call of Duty of old. This shit, it has been horrible. Ever since Ghosts and ever since the PS4 and Xbox One generation started, it has become a cash cow for Activision to fart out every single fucking year ever since Ghosts. And in my opinion, Modern Warfare 3 and Black Ops 2 marked the end of the original good COD games, and it has just become mediocre, saturated, and boring ever since. COD World War 2 gave me hope that they were going to go back to the days of old and be good again. Did that happen? No, it didn't happen at all. COD World War 2 sucked ass. And then in 2019, they gave me hope it would return to the good days of old again with Modern Warfare. Did that happen? It sort of did. Despite COD 2019 having a lot of irritating issues like camper-friendly 725 bad maps, camper-friendly doors, OP weapons, riot shield, camper-friendly claymores, mounting. Anyways, with some of the improvements COD 2019 made to the franchise, does this Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War build on that and improve the franchise in any way? Yes and no. In some places it does, in other it really doesn't. And especially since it's the first COD on the next gen, the PS5 and Series X, I was really hoping for a lot more from this game. These are my thoughts on Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. Quick side note, before I start talking about the campaign, I have to get this nitpick off my chest. My first problem with this game is the title. Why in the fuck is the title Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War? Jesus Christ, that is a mouthful. It took me like 2 whole seconds just to say a title. Why? Who thought it would be a good idea to put 2 subtitles in a title? Anyways, that title is shit in summary. And with that out of the way, back to the actual topic, the campaign. Originally, I thought the campaign was a reboot similar to COD 2019's campaign, but it turns out I was dead wrong. It's actually a direct sequel to my favorite COD campaign, Black Ops 1, which made me very happy. The story takes place, I think, 10 to 20 years after the original game, and I don't want to get too much into the story since it's pretty difficult to talk about that spoiling it, but here's the basic premise of the story without spoilers. It surrounds the villain Perseus, who's threatening nuclear war and taking millions of lives. There are 2 protagonists in the story, this guy named Russell Adler, who's been hunting down Perseus for the past 30 years or something like that, and he doesn't have much character though. He's just your stereotypical American tough guy, wears sunglasses all the time, even in the darkness of the night. I was hoping for a lot more from him, but he's pretty generic. The other protagonist is your created character you play as, Belle. The character creator in this game though is very bare bones. You can't even customize the way you look, since you never see your face in the story. It's always in first person. The only thing you can customize here is your skin tone for your character's hands, your name, but whatever your name is, everyone in the story calls you Belle since that's your alias. You can also customize your perks, which was kind of cool.
So we could have special abilities. Paranoid.
Some of them give you more health or less flinch or better recoil control or faster sprint. There's a lot of options, and I thought these perks were a cool addition to the campaign. Despite the fact that your character is created, it's a pretty cool story that has a pretty cool plot twist, reminiscent of Black Ops 1 and its plot twist. There's also some pretty cool mindfuck moments, but I won't spoil any of those here. But there's more to this campaign than just the story. The campaign does a lot of changes to the mission and pace and collectibles and things like that, which made me very happy to see. Let's cover the pace first. And if you've played any COD campaign, you know that it's usually just a shooting gallery where you go in this area, shoot everybody, go in this building, shoot everyone, go outside, shoot everyone. That's the mission design for most of the COD campaigns, with some stealth sections sprinkled in occasionally. And they change it here a little bit, yes. You still have your over-the-top, high-octane Michael Bay set pieces that every COD campaign has, like this part where a remote-controlled car is able to drive faster than speeding cars that are probably going hundreds of miles an hour and is able to catch up to a fucking airplane.
Holy. This thing goes faster than cars! There's no way this thing goes faster than fucking cars! It's as fast as a fucking plane! What?
And then the aftermath of the entire plane blowing up is in the most over-the-top way.
Goodbye! Oh, that did all that. How the? Oh, they were supposed to blow up. I wasn't supposed to shoot. I forgot how linear these games can be. Oh, they're dead. Look, guys! Holy! now it's a Call of Duty. Oh no! We're good. Don't worry, it's a Call of Duty protagonist. You'll be fine.
Even with all these crazy over-the-top moments that Call of Duty always has, this game actually has a shocking amount of quiet stealth missions in this game. I was very surprised. I'd say maybe 70% of this game's campaign is a shooting gallery, and the other 30% is stealth missions, maybe even 60-40%, which is very surprising for a COD game. Personally, these stealth missions were my favorite in the game. I won't spoil what happens though and why exactly you're going stealthy. Although, I do wish the stealth missions were a bit harder, especially because the AI in this game is just so dumb at times. They can look directly at you and won't notice you until about 3 to 5 seconds later when their bar is fully filled. Shit. Another strange thing about this game is the AI randomly becoming invincible for a short while, like this guy I was blasting with a shotty who wouldn't die.
Bye. What the fuck? Holy fuck! They also don't know how to go around each other when they're trying to search for you after they spot you a little bit.
Stop right there!
Oh, it's a fucking invisible wall. They're walking in place. They're really having trouble.
Can't make it. Can't make it. The shit's stuck. Out of my way,
Get
son!
around. Come on, find me. I'm right over here.
Stop! Please! I beg you!
But there are more changes to this campaign structure than just more stealth missions. This game brings back differing choices and multiple endings from Black Ops 2, and I was really excited when I saw this. I was expecting a lot of answers to you choose during dialogues to change up how the story is and how characters interact with you. Did that happen? No, it didn't happen. In fact, these options in the dialogue don't change the story at all. You get different responses from characters, obviously, but they have no lasting effects. There's only two options in this game that actually changes the outcome of the story. One is in the middle of the game, and the other is at the end. In total, there are 2 endings, and the way you get these endings is by picking one of 2 options at the end of the game. Pretty boring if you ask me. I wish they had done the system like in Black Ops 2. That game did it so much better. BO2 had something like 8 possible endings, all of them being different from one another and resulting from actions you did throughout the entire story, not just one choice right at the end. Once I realized that every choice I was making didn't matter at all, and the only choice that mattered was at the end of the game, I was sitting there thinking to myself, well, what's the point of giving us options in the first place if they're going to have no impact at all? Why give them to us? I was really disappointed by how bare bones the choices in this game were. Let's move on to the new thing that I actually really liked. Throughout the missions, there is intel sprinkled around like every other COD campaign.
There it is. Found the ledger. Okay, good. Good. Okay. Now all I need to do is complete the actual objective.
But this time, intel actually has a practical effect other than just random collectibles and gives you access to cool puzzles and side missions. Personally, I really like these side missions, and especially the puzzles leading up to the side missions, and trying to figure out how to solve them was fun as hell. You wouldn't expect to have to use your brain in a COD campaign, but these puzzles tell you otherwise. For example, decrypting this floppy disk confused the hell out of me at first, but when I figured it out like 30 minutes later, it made me feel smart as hell. Okay, so it has to be 6198. New York. That's what I got from the newspaper. What? Oh my god, you gotta be fucking kidding me. I thought I had it. Let me go back to the numbers. Okay, 92. It goes up by 1. 93. Then 93 goes up by 2. 95. 95. 96. That goes up by 3. Wait, 96, 97, 98. So it has to be 98. So then 98 has to go up by 4. 98.
99, 100, 101, 102. So yeah, it has to be 98. Yeah, so blue is 98, red is 55. Wait, oh, so 67 to 70, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. So it goes up 6. It's 73, 74, 75. Yeah, that goes up by 6 also. So I just have to subtract 6. It's 61. Yeah, 61. It's Charlotte. It's right there. Go for. This is New York, but the code isn't New York. Wait! 6435. Just fuck you! Fuck this! Fuck! Wait, maybe I'm being an idiot. Maybe I'm an idiot. This says New York.
Las Vegas.
That one had the code to Charlotte.
Las
Maybe
Vegas.
I'm
0.
6435. Oh my God! Access granted.
You did it, Bell. Now that we got what we need,
Oh.
move on Alden.
I am the smartest person in the fucking universe.
This evidence system is really cool, but there's only like 2 missions that take advantage of it, and I wish there was more. Maybe in the next game, but I doubt it, to be honest, since it's a Modern Warfare game next. The length of the campaign is also really disappointing me. The campaign only took me 4 fucking hours to beat, which really is disappointing. Like, I get that. I know COD campaigns are short, and majority of them are like 6 hours long, but come on now. You're gonna shorten an already short game? Overall, to me, the campaign was decent. I like some of the changes, some of the stealth sections, the missions, and the evidence and all that stuff. The story was decent with the cool plot twist I mentioned earlier, and the multiple choices was cool to bring back, but really needed to be fleshed out more. It's just way too bare bones for me to care a lot about at all. It's a mixed bag, I'd say. There's more good than bad here. It's worth playing twice, I'd say, to see both endings, especially since it's only 4 hours long. You're not wasting much time on that. To me, it was decent. Zombies makes a return this time after not being in Modern Warfare, and when you open it for the first time, you're greeted by a pretty cool cutscene which actually connects the campaign and zombies together.
What have you done?
Did you get the package?
We've lost 2 teams since you went dark. Old war footage is the last thing on my mind right now.
Watch it. Watch the tape. Then tell me I'm wrong.
How did you get hold of this?
A friend in the KGB. A late friend.
Germans and Russian friends?
Yeah, some of us do.
Что бы там ни было, счетчику Гейгера это не нравится.
What the hell is that?
That is why you needed to see the tape. The machine.
Эй, ты, сапуль там, сдавайся! Сдавайся, сказал!
And when I played it for the first time, I was surprised because they actually made a decent amount of changes. For example, there's no characters specifically made for zombies like Coffin, Nikolai, Dempsey, or Takio. Instead, you play as your operator for multiplayer. At first, I wasn't a big fan of this, and honestly, I'm still not a big fan of it. So I use my operator? Aww. That's lame. I'd rather play as Richtofen in them. But I feel like these generic operators that they rarely say anything interesting, and we're missing a huge piece of what made zombies so fun, which is the characters that have unique and funny lines like these.
I need to find some ammunition.
What? That stripper must have stolen my money! Hey, player! Drop the chips and get me some ammo!
My weapon is low on honor.
I understand why they did this, because they want to connect all the modes, campaign, zombies, multiplayer. They want it to all be in the same universe. But even with that reason, I still don't like it. I still miss these characters. But even with these changes, trying to connect everything, they reveal something really cool. That zombies and campaign have been in the same universe all along. Because the guy who helped create the zombie in the first place, Coffin, actually talks to your character over a headset.
This facility was not equipped with automatic doors.
Dr. Strauss,
I
what?
will proceed with caution.
Fucking Coffin, no way.
Share by your employer, Dr. Strauss. Any ideas what Omega Group's interest was in Project M Station? Unfortunately, my time here was focused entirely on atomic research. But I heard stories. Mysterious gateways, unnatural transformations. That aside, we should restore power.
That is so cool. They connect zombies.
What I do?
And the campaign. Another change that they made is your starting weapon. This one I'm not a fan of, and I have no idea why they did it. Instead of starting with the pistol like in every other zombies mode, you start with the created class where you can use whatever gun you want, and that's really lame in my opinion. I rarely see myself buying shit out of the mystery box or buying wall guns when the gun I created is better than all these guns. The only time I buy a mystery box now is if I'm feeling lucky and I want to go for a ray gun. That's it. There's almost no reason for guns and shit like that anymore. I have no idea why they made this change, but I'm not a big fan of it. So they changed the characters and they changed the weapons. I'm not a big fan of either of those changes. But to be honest, those are the only two big problems with the zombies. Everything else is great. There's only one map at launch named Die Machine or something like that. I don't know, it's German. But in my opinion, it's pretty good. Not as good as the best zombies map like Der Ries, Kino der Toten, Origins, Call of the Dead, Nacht der Untoten. Probably some maps that I can't think of right now off the top of my head. Sure, it's not as good as those, but it's still good fun. And speaking of Nacht der Untoten, that map is actually here. It's actually in this map, just a smaller part of it, and as a little Easter egg. Wait, is this Nacht der Untoten or how to play? I just realized this looks really cool. Speaking of Easter eggs, another Easter egg they have is the one that you've probably seen by now, the Coffin Dance Easter egg. What the fuck is going on right now? What is happening? And you still got the Percola machines scattered around the map. You can still pack a punch and all that fun stuff. Despite those two changes I mentioned earlier, the rest of the core zombies gameplay is here, and it's a lot of fun. You'll get into those intense situations where you're swarmed and just barely make it out with your life. How in the fuck am I alive? Oh, I have 2 health. Holy shit. How did I live? You got the bosses like the Megaton, who eats all of your ammo, and then when you finally kill it, splits into 2 just to keep fucking you over.
EMF readings in your area just went off the charts. Whatever it is, it's moving in your direction.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
Holy fuck! Overall, it's pretty fun, but there's actually more than just one map, because you can actually play zombies on all the multiplayer maps, which is actually surprisingly fun. They changed up the rules a little bit, though. Now, instead of being able to run around anywhere in the map whenever you want, there's a dome that you have to follow, and if you leave it, you start losing health and eventually get down.
Follow the orb. It's your only protection from the lethal phase that's consumed the area.
Oh, shit.
Get back to the orb.
That would have been nice to know. While in the dome, zombies will spawn all around you in these weird looking portal things and attack you from all sides if you're not wary of your surroundings. You also got the Megaton in this mode too.
Like you cut, G.
Nothing so fun as a headshot. War machine firing for a...
And this mode isn't as good as the default map, Die Machine, in my opinion, but it's still a nice little distraction if you get bored of that map. Overall, I thought the zombies was a lot of fun. Sure, they made some changes that I didn't like overall, but I could see myself dumping a lot of time into this game. And with a full team of friends, this mode would be fun as fuck. So here it is, the main event, the reason everyone buys a COD game, the multiplayer. And how is it here? Well, it's mixed. When you first open the multiplayer, just like zombies, you get greeted by a pretty cool cutscene.
Stand down. This concludes the exercise.
Perseus sends the regards.
And immediately followed by a floating gun. So before we get into this properly, let's look at some of the good things that this game has changed from Modern Warfare. Okay, so there's no doors now, thank God. Mounting's gone too, good. Claymores are no more, thank God. They've been reduced to a field upgrade, so you see them a lot less. Shotties are secondaries now and less OP, there's another good change. And that's all I got. Everything else was mostly negatives, to be honest. And it only took me around 5 matches for me to realize that this multiplayer wasn't going to be a step forward that I was hoping for. And it starts with the maps. In the first match, I played on this map called Armada, this boat map, the one that they showed off a lot during promotions. Except it was a smaller version. The other 2 boats on the side of the map weren't accessible since it was a 6v6 match. And honestly, I really like this map. It has a great design and flow to it. And then on my second match, I got this map called Miami. I didn't like this map that much, to be honest. It looks great. It has a great design, great visuals. I really like that part of the map.
God damn, this map looks fucking beautiful.
Domination.
Bro, this map looks like something straight out of Black Ops 2? Yeah, 2.
Securing Charlie.
Except it does not flow well at all. There's a lot of people camping in windows and stuff like that. It reminds me a lot of Piccadilly from Modern Warfare, where it looks very nice but plays like crap. After this, I got Armada again, and then I got this map called Garrison, and then I got Armada again. And at this point, I was starting to think that the map rotation was broken because I kept getting Armada, and that's when I learned something very bad.
There's only 8 fucking maps? I'm not counting Nuketown, that just came out today. How is there only 8 fucking maps?
8 maps at launch is laughable. When you have less maps than World War II at launch, you've done something horribly wrong. And it doesn't even help that only one of those maps I actually like all around. The other 8 maps are decent or crap. It doesn't help that majority of the maps are small, flat, 3-lane maps that have a bunch of junk just thrown in everywhere. There's almost no low ground or high ground or any power positions in these maps other than in Armada, which once again is the only good map in the game. Sure, it's 3 lanes, but there's plenty of room to maneuver around. You got some low ground, like down here on this boat, or some high ground, like in the center of the map, which is a really nice power position. Like if I'm a sniper, I could peek through these windows, snipe down at enemies, but there's also a window across from me where the enemy could easily access it from spawning to counter me. And if I'm not wary of what's going on around me, I can easily get flanked by the multiple entrances this area offers. It's a risk-reward system. You got a good vantage point, but you have the risk of leaving yourself open to getting flanked or getting sniped in one of the windows. No other map has this kind of thought put into it. They're all just small and feel like they have a bunch of junk thrown in for no reason. Cartel, for example, is just a massive camp fest. You enter the center building, you'll most likely get greeted by someone sitting in a corner or behind a box. If you want to ignore that and go outside, you'll most likely get murdered by someone who's either camping in these trucks or sitting somewhere else that you can't see because of these garbage crops. And if you want to go through the lower part of the map, you'll most likely get murdered by the guy inevitably sitting in the watchtower, which is very difficult to counter, especially if they have a trophy system, since majority of the time you have to climb a ladder, which instantly puts you at a disadvantage because you don't have your gun out. When you finally get up there, your character has to whip his gun out, ADS and shoot, and all the enemy has to do is just aim at you and shoot. This puts you at a huge disadvantage, and the guy camping can easily take out anyone trying to get up there. And that this game is just plagued by those kind of issues with these maps. There are multiple maps like that. Miami looks beautiful, but is plagued with the same issues that Piccadilly had in Modern Warfare, like I mentioned earlier. Crossroads I barely got to play on since it's only available in the more large-scale modes, and for some reason in VIP Escort. I don't know why it's in VIP Escort. It's a 6v6 map. It's a decent map, but it has the big problem is that a lot of people just sit in the back of the map and snipe, and you have very little way to counter them, especially if the game gives you a shit spawn and you get sniped immediately. But if you're not playing in the large-scale modes, you're most likely not going to get that map. Satellite is also an open sniping map, which, I mean, it's nice to see all these sniping maps since most COD games ignore them. There are some close-range areas in Satellite, but most of it's open where snipers dominate all the time. If you don't like the sniping kind of maps, then you're going to hate Satellite and Crossroads, but it was decent at best. The other three maps, Garrison, Moscow, and Checkmate, are all decent, but at the same time, they're just generic 3-lane maps. Garrison is kind of clustered, especially in the middle, which is definitely the most interesting part of the map, where you have the big bridge and the 2 sniping towers in the center. The other 2 lanes on the map, left and right, are pretty boring since they're just basically big hallways, except for this one vent area. Moscow is a worse and less interesting version of Garrison, where in the center, most people either just sit in the hallways, the sniper's nest, or on the escalator waiting for someone to walk into the center. And Checkmate, at times it's good and at other times it's shit. Majority of the fights take place in the center on the airplane, which everyone in the lobby is trying to gain control of, which is great. Once again, if done right, with enough advantages and disadvantages, power positions could be good. But the annoying thing is when the enemy team gains complete control over the center, they just camp there and there's almost no way to get that position back. It could get pretty irritating. And I'm not counting Nuketown as a launch map because number 1, it came out a week after the game launched, and number 2, it's the 5th reskin of Nuketown. But if you're wondering how it is in this game and if it's any good, yeah, it's Nuketown. It's as chaotic and fun as ever. Okay, so that's the maps out of the way. Now let's move on to the weapons. Was just like the maps, I found out something very bad when scrolling through all of them.
How many weapons are in this game? There better be a fuck ton of weapons. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. There are 29 weapons. They couldn't even reach 30! Put the ballistic knife and crossbow, for fuck's sakes. It's a Black Ops. Fucking Modern Warfare 2 had like 40-some guns at launch. You can't even put 30?
There's not even 30. And it definitely doesn't help that a lot of the weapons in this game feel the fucking same.
After fucking playing this multiplayer a little more, there's less than 30 weapons, and like half of these feel the same. The XM4 and Krig, I can barely tell any difference between. They have like the same recoil, they sound the exact same. The AK-47, AK-74U are literally the exact same gun. The MP5 and Uzi feel the fucking same. Or, they not, whatever that is. They couldn't even get the rights to the fucking, the gun's name. These two feel different, thankfully. These two feel kind of different. The snipers are literally the same. What? One's fucking 1% stronger? Look at the firepower. There's almost no difference at all. What's the point of making 2 separate guns? And the pistols, I only have one. All these I have no experience with. They are probably the fucking 2 rocket launchers. This looks like it can track onto kill streaks, and that looks like it's for infantry. Okay, sure, good job. That's a burst. That's a magnum. It's the fucking... They all feel the same, especially the primaries.
The balancing is also a problem. The snipers at times feel completely fucking useless, especially with the amount of hit markers you get from them. And I was consistently out-sniping snipers
with a fucking M16.
Hardpoint is secure.
God damn, this thing literally can out-snipe snipers. This thing is fucking good. God damn. Long and close. It fucks people up.
Target down.
Well done. This thing, any range, this thing melts.
The AK-47 is a fucking nightmare with crazy damage at any range and barely any recoil.
Hostile spy plane established overhead.
Enemy sniper working.
Ooh, that fucking triple.
Hardpoint locked down.
Holy fucking shit, I just went off.
Unlike the guns, the perks in this game can be completely fucking useless. The only good thing I could say about them is Spy, aka Quieter Footsteps, has been brought back after Modern Warfare took it out. Other than that, majority of the perks in this game aren't really that interesting. Something they completely changed in this game was the score streaks. Why? Why do you have to do this? Why do you have to bastardize score streaks like this? They were perfectly fine the way they were. Now you made them not so. What they did is now when you die, instead of your score resetting like it always has been for the past 15 fucking years, now your score saves even when you die, and score streaks are just very expensive. That's what they did. You don't lose your score, and they just made it more expensive. Like an attack helicopter cost something like 30 kills. I don't even remember. And guess what? I hate this new system.
What? They fucked up the score streaks? They don't reset now? That's fucking dumb.
What this means is that score streaks are a lot more boring and a lot less satisfying to get when you get them in the most random moments. In other COD games, when you start racking up a high streak, you will start to get nervous as you're trying your damn hardest to continue that streak, and so you can get those high-ass kill streaks like the AC-130 and the legendary nuke. But now, you get your score streaks in the most random intervals, and this makes them boring as fuck. Like, why even call them a streak anymore? Why the fuck did you do this? One of the best parts in Call of Duty, one of the core elements of Call of Duty, you've completely bastardized it. And it's generic, unsatisfying garbage now. Like, I don't even want to get score streaks anymore. Hell, I don't even get hyped when I get a score streak anymore, which is a damn shame, because the score streaks in this game are actually really fun by themselves, especially the AC-130, like always.
The hard point.
Oh! No, the game's gonna end! Go! Fucking end everyone's life.
What are you aiming at? What are you aiming at?
I can't take out their shitty. Die, you prick! There he goes. Where the fuck is everyone? Are you kidding me? I have a whole ass fucking AC-130 and there's no one around?
And the chopper gunner from Black Ops 1 makes its return here, and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, I got a fucking chopper gunner! Give me that shit. Oh, Black Ops 1. Fucking end everyone. Holy fuck. Where is everyone? Why is everybody in the fucking cave? I can't see anyone. Fuck this. Oh. Oh my god. Bro, it's just like Black Ops 1. They literally copy and paste this kill streaks and I'm fine with it. No! I can't move to the left, you bitch! Rotate, rotate, pilot! Rotate the chopper! There you go.
It's just a damn shame that the way the score streaks are doled out really ruins this aspect of the game, in my opinion at least. While I'm complaining here, let me just shove this little nitpick in here. It's more of a personal problem than anything. Something that irritates the hell out of me in this game is the fucking stun grenades. Oh my god, these things are so fucking annoying.
Enemy spy plane inbound. Multiple hostile spy planes detected.
Oh, for fuck's sakes. Oh, how many stuns do you? Chill the fuck out!
Seriously, your character completely stops in his tracks, puts his fucking hand up in his face, and wanders around slowly as slowly as possible for 5 seconds waiting to get murdered. It's the most frustrating thing in this game, in my opinion. Actually, that's a lie. Because what's really the most frustrating part of this game is the lag and the shit netcode. What the fuck is with these shit-ass servers? Not only is this a problem in multiplayer and zombies, but somehow a problem in offline single-player campaign. What the fuck? Oh, it's not a one-shot. That was right on his head. There he goes. Oh, cutscene. I assume. What? What? I was actually enjoying myself. This game's garbage netcode makes you not even want to play it sometimes. Actually, the game's garbage netcode doesn't even let me play it sometimes. And in the middle of a match, your server will freeze, and then you'll go to the menu, and then that'll freeze, and the whole game will crash. Now it's starting to lag like crazy. Oh, it's not. Oh my god, this is fucking horrible.
Hostile care
This is horrible.
inbound.
How you doing there, bro? Yeah, we're going places, aren't we? I don't know what else I can see. Let's check on my buddy over here. Oh. I can't do anything in the menu right now either. My game's completely fucking frozen. And by the way, if you think it's just my internet, it's not, believe me. You search it up on Google, everyone's having these issues. My team in Zombies had the same problem. Am I the only one that's lagging like crazy?
No, I'm lagging like crazy too.
Yeah, this fucking netcode is shit. And by the 4th day of me playing this game, I had enough. And I couldn't be bothered anymore. I got what I needed. I played like 1 or 2 more matches. And I deleted the game off my SSD. I don't want to play anymore. I'm done. I can't fucking play this game anymore. I go into any fucking... I go into Zombies, I go into multiplayer, and I'm lagging constantly. How do you make millions of dollars off of a Call of Duty every single year, and you still have jack shit servers? Maybe I'll come back when these servers are fixed, and maybe if there's more maps and more guns. I highly doubt it though, because one more huge fucking problem that I haven't mentioned yet, I purposely ignored mentioning it. I went the whole video without mentioning it, but here we are, is why the fuck is this game so big? Like, why is it like this? Look at this. Look at this image. 145 gigabytes. 145 fucking gigabytes. You want me to give up 145 goddamn gigabytes for motherfucking Call of Duty? What? How far did you shove your head up your own fucking ass? And guess what? Technically, the game's actually larger than that. Because with Warzone included, because Warzone's in the menu, and this game's technically Warzone's a part of this game, and with Warzone included, the game is over 300 gigabytes. Are you insane? What fucking game do you think you're making here to warrant that much space on my SSD? The PS5 only has 800 gigabytes of storage. Your game's nearly half the amount. if you actually think this game's gonna stay at 144 gigabytes by the end of this year, go just check yourself out already. Because all of us know as soon as one update comes out for this game, it's gonna be 50 goddamn gigabytes. The game's gonna go up to 170 goddamn gigabytes, probably 200. Who even knows? Fuck this. I need to go to the final thoughts before I get a hernia. Overall, this game is not the leap forward I was hoping for. A good zombies, a decent campaign, and a very disappointing multiplayer that ruined score streaks with boring guns, boring perks, and only 8 garbage maps at launch, with one of the most sorry-ass excuses of a netcode I've ever seen in a long-ass time. And the fact that it takes up nearly half of my PS5's SSD, no way, fuck you. The final verdict for Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War, and that's a shit title by the way, is a 6 out of 10. It could have easily pulled a 7, hell, maybe even an 8 if you're nice. And I believe it could get to that score with updates that are inevitably coming. But as we're talking now at launch, with all these server issues, the lack of maps, the shit guns, and all the shit servers, this game is a 6 in my opinion. It's a 6 without a doubt. And I was hoping for so much more for this game. I was hoping for way more of a leap forward for Modern Warfare. And in my opinion, that's why Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War is mediocre.